The Haunting of Blackwood Dormitory. Arrival. Blackwood University was one of the oldest colleges in America, founded in the late 1018s. Students loved at the campus for its Gothic architecture, ivy covered walls, and ancient history, but hidden behind its academic practice was a dark secret. The world East End Wing Dormitory. No one wanted to stay here. The East Wing was closed years ago after a series of mysterious deaths, but due to overcrowding, the college reopened it for new students. Among them were Emily, Daniel, Sarah, and Josh, four friends who laughed at the rumors and were excited to live together. The first night, they noticed the rooms unnaturally cold. The hallways were narrow, the whisper peeling, and at the end of the corridor hung a hug. Cracked mirror beneath it in faint letters someone had scratched. Don't look at the after midnight. They thought it was just a prank, but they were wrong. The whisper in the night. At exactly 2:30 a.m., Emily woke to the sound of soft crying. They followed it into the hallway and found the mirror glowing faintly. For a moment, she saw her reflection, but then another face appeared beside hers. A pale woman with long black hair, hollow eyes, and twisted smile. Emily scammed, walking everyone, but when they rushed out, the mirror was normal again. The next day, they asked around campus, and old janitor Mr. Cole finally told them the truth. That dorm is closed. A girl named Annabelle lived there in 1922. She was bullied by her classmates, locked inside her room for days. One night she hugged herself in front of that very mirror. Since then, anyone who says her after midnight never survives the semester. The escalation, the friends tried to laugh it off, but strange things kept happening. Doors slammed on their own, lights flickered even when the power was steady. Sarah woke with scars on her arms, shaped like hands. One night, Josh tried to stand in front of the mirror after midnight. He shouted, "Annabelle, show yourself." At first, nothing happened. That his reflection smiled, but Josh watched the reflection reared out of the mirror, passed, pressed its hand against the glass, and whispered, "You called me, now you're mine." The next morning, Josh was gone, his bad news neatly made, his belongings untouched. The only clue, his reflection remained in the mirror, still smiling. The position. Trafficked Emily and Daniel begged Sarah to live with them, but Sarah had started acting strange, talking to herself, whispering at night, staring for hours into the mirror. One evening, Emily found her writing over and over in her notebook, "She's coming, she's inside me." By the end of the week, Sarah vanished too. The final night, only Emily and Daniel were left. They decided to leave, but when they tried to exit, every door led back to the east wing hallway. The dome itself had become a person. At 3 a.m., the mirror began to shake violently, cracks sparks across the glass, and a black liquid speed shipped out. From it stepped Annabelle. The ghostly figure of the dead girl, her neck twisted, her eyes wide with dread. She whispered, "You don't belong here. This is my dormitory now." Daniel tried to fight, slamming the mirror with a chair, but as soon as the glass shattered, a dozen of hands reached out, dragging him inside. His screams echoed and then fell silent. Emily was the last. She ran, but every hallway loped back to the mirror. Finally, her own reflection stopped out, grinning, and pulled her into the void. After a month, when the semester ended, the college announced that the first wing dormitory was under renovation again, but the truth was different. The rooms stood empty. Yet at night, students passing by they could still hear laughter, screams, and the ticking of ancient footsteps. The mirror has been covered with a heavy black cloth, but sometime if you walk past midnight, you can hear a girl crying inside, waiting for the next student foolish enough to lift the cover. And Blackwood University, it still accepts students every year. The only question is, would you dare stay in East